Good morning and welcome back to PJs and Pages. I'm Danielle and today is the start of a new reading vlog. Me and my husband and my son are taking a trip to Florida and I figured that I would vlog while I was there. I will be reading Remarkably Creatures by Shelby Van Pelt. This follows, what is her name? Tova Sullivan. After her husband dies, she takes this job at an aquarium and she befriends this giant Pacific octopus, and somehow the octopus is able to help her discover the mystery behind her son who disappeared 30 years ago. So I'm gonna read this, should be exciting. We'll be going to the beach, so Octopus Beach makes perfect sense, right? So we're gonna go ahead and read that. It is the book club pick for my Find Me book club, so very excited to get to it. And it also sounds really interesting, and apparently the octopus is one of the narrators. I know. So I will also be reading, not 1984, Julia by Sandra Newman on my Kindle. That one follows, it's a retelling of the story of 1984, but from the perspective of the female love interests in that book, Julia. So if you're not aware, 1984 is a classic dystopian novel in which the world basically has been separated into three entities, and Winston Smith lives in this one section called Oceania, and it is ruled by Big Brother, and Big Brother is always watching. They have telescreens that are watching everything. It is ruled by fear and hatred, and yeah, it's a pretty bleak novel if we're being realistic. I just finished it, and I finished my reread of it, and I had forgotten how bleak it was. But I am really interested to see Julia's perspective, how Sandra Newman's gonna go ahead and spin that. So I'm gonna be reading Remarkably Creatures and Julia, and I will take you along on our adventures. We are going to Florida. I'm gonna visit my brother. He just had a baby, and we'll do a little beach trip. Maybe, I don't know exactly what we'll do besides seeing a baby and going to the beach and reading some books. It might just be that, which sounds like heaven, honestly. So we're gonna do that, and then when we get back, there's a possibility that I'll be traveling with my son only to Greenville for a art festival, but I haven't made a decision. It depends kind of on how we're feeling after traveling to Florida. So I will keep you guys updated. Car is being packed up for our road trip. A very stuffed back seat or trunk, and I'm going to get my son's back seat set up for him for entertainment, and then we are off. Good morning and welcome to Florida. We are staying with some friends, and I am going to make this a quick update because my son is sleeping and I don't have the monitor set up, so I have to go back inside and make sure I can hear him. Oh, the sun is all right. Welcome to the Florida sun, my friends. I read about 100 pages of Remarkably Bright Creatures last night, or not last night, yesterday, while we were in the car. I am loving it. I have been thinking that I needed a change of genre for a little while. I read primarily romance and what is that called? Fantasy. But I've been really craving some literary fiction, and this is really hitting the spot. I love, so some of the perspectives of the book are told from the perspective of Marcellus, the octopus, and he is just so funny. It's actually the only chapters that are told in first person perspective too, which I personally love. Although I do like the chapters that are in third person omniscience. yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I like the characters. I think I think the book is just charming as hell right now. Our drive was good, and yeah, today our plans are we're gonna go visit my brother, and my husband has a conference that he's gonna be at, so we're just gonna go spend the day with family and maybe do a little shopping. My mom forgot like half her stuff, so we got to go to the store, do some shopping, but I get to finally meet my niece. I'm so excited about that. Alexander's psyched to meet his little cousin, so we're very excited, and I don't know how much reading I'm gonna get done, honestly, but I will see if I can get at least 50 pages in today, and I will update you soon. Well, it is hot and I have gotten no reading done, but I took Alexander to the park and we had a productive Target run. So I did not buy any books. I was good. And we are going to hopefully wear him out so that he will take a nap. And maybe while he's taking a nap, I will get to read my book a little bit, because no reading will get done on this trip if this child does not nap. So let's see. Cross our fingers. Good morning. I've been up since 4:30, and yesterday I didn't really get to read much. I maybe got like a chapter in, no lie, but I was up at 4:30, so I got to read. I got kicked out of bed by my husband and my son, and I got to reading, and I am almost halfway through this book, so I am really enjoying it. And I hope we're going to the beach today, so hopefully I get some more time to read in, maybe while we're on the beach, because that's one of my favorite things to do. But obviously, like, I haven't done that since pre-baby, so we'll see how reading with a toddler at the beach goes. I brought him sand toys, so maybe he'll just like play next to me while I read. That would be so nice. And maybe I'll take a nap, because waking up at 4:30 is rough. Otherwise, I'm gonna need a caffeine break. So, yeah, that's where we're at today, and I will see you guys soon. Well, update. We had a lovely time. We went to the St. Pete Pier, and they have a splash pad, a little beach on the bay, and a little park for kids to run around in. And he had such a good time, and we were able to cool off. We got some pizza for lunch. It was delicious. And then we headed back. We struggled through bath time. And then I actually got some reading in. So I am actually 200 pages into this book. My initial thoughts, well, not my initial, my midway thoughts. I'm really, really enjoying it. I love most of the characters. I kind of have a love-hate relationship with one of the characters named Cameron, who I have a feeling is a very important person to Tova, though she doesn't realize it yet. So, I already can see where it's going, and that's really exciting. And sorry, I'm making sure my son doesn't go where he's not supposed to. I can see where it's going. I'm really enjoying it, but Cameron, he's a little bit of a douche, honestly. Like, he's this smart ass guy who's actually smart, but he's a loser. Like, he can't get his life together. And so he's smart, but only because they say he's smart and he memorizes facts. Like, come on. If you're that smart, then get your life together. You're 30 years old, man. It's time to stop being a man-child and be a man. So I have my issues with Cameron, but then he has moments where I think he's very likable. Like the way that he interacts with one of the characters, Ethan, and the way he interacts with Tova, I really like that. So, like I said, love-hate relationship with him, and I have some thoughts about where the book is going. I'm really rooting. There seems to be Ethan, one of the characters, Ethan, this Scottish guy, older guy, is clearly in love with Tova, and I am shipping them so hard. I really hope he gets the girl by the end of this, because they are just so cute. It would be so precious. And Tova deserves that. She deserves to find her second love, her second soulmate. So, looking forward to seeing if that happens. And yeah, I will. This is our last day in Florida. Tomorrow we leave to go back home, and I only have 150 pages left in this book. If my husband drives, I might be able to get most of that read, so that way I only have one more day that I need to read. So before I finish this book, that would be incredible. I haven't decided yet about going to Greenville. It really will depend on how my dog is doing. He's got some kind of growth on his foot, so we might have to take him to the vet. And also we've got some packages coming that I might need to be home for. So depending on those things, I will or will not be going to Greenville, but I kind of want to. Like, I think it would be nice to go see my aunt one last time before I don't see her again for God knows how long. So yeah, kind of want to go to Greenville Friday, and I am leaning more towards that route. So yeah, I will update you guys probably later tonight or tomorrow morning. Good morning. It is our last morning in Florida. We are packing up, got bags all set up. We're gonna get dressed, and then we are going to grab some breakfast on the way out and hit the road. So I still have not made a decision about Greenville. I guess I will be thinking about that on the car ride up, and I will be updating you when I have made a decision. As far as the book, I made it to 200 pages, so really good amount of reading, and I'm more than halfway through. Not that much more than halfway, but I am more than halfway through, and still really enjoying it. And Julia, I am 26% of the way through, and I'm really enjoying it. It is once again very bleak, so follows the same writing, not the same writing style as 1984. It's definitely much more refined, but it has a very bleak tone as well, and it's dealing more with feminine issues, such as like periods, sex before marriage, sex in general, women working, lots of things. So deals with more feminine issues than 1984 did, and just how it would work in this very bleak society. So enjoying it very much, 26% of the way through, and I will update you later today. Good morning. We are back home, and we had a really good trip. We made really good time. We didn't stop as often as I thought we were going to need to. My son did really good in the car. He took a nap. It was a really good trip. He's asleep right now. He went to bed. I called it like 10 o'clock. He was asleep by like 9:30, so he didn't do too bad going to sleep either. So all in all, a really good trip. I did make a decision about Greenville. I don't think we're gonna go. It's just too much travel. While we were in Florida, I was talking with my mom about buying tickets to Miami to see the rest of my family. That's where all the rest of my family lives. I haven't seen my grandmother in almost 2 years, which is crazy. She's basically one of the people who raised me because she lived with us. So I really want to see my grandmother, and I found tickets for like less than $300. So my mom went ahead and purchased tickets for us, which means we're gonna have an extra week of travel, and we already have quite a bit of travel coming up. So I decided, let's ixnay Greenville for now, just stay home, local, and finish my book, because guys, I have 100 pages left, which means I am definitely going to finish it during this vlog. I think I'll probably finish it, if not today, then tomorrow. And yeah, it's looking good. So as far as Julia by Sandra Newman, I am 36% of the way through, and I am really enjoying it. Julia is a very complex character. It's hard to know whether you like her or you don't. She's relatable, but at the same time, she's not always a good person. But I think that's how people are. Like, we're not all completely good people, and she really represents that. So yeah, I'm enjoying it, and it's much more readable than 1984 was even, and I feel like 1984 is one of the more readable classics. So it's definitely modernized. I think the writing style is much more modern, and it makes it easier to read. And yeah, so I think that's the update that I have for you guys. Today I need to do some cleaning, so, and maybe some laundry. So we're going to do some cleaning, some laundry, some reading, and then let's see if I finish this book today. So I got a pretty decent amount of reading done while my son was asleep. He just woke up, and I've only got 50 pages left of this book. I kind of want to finish it before I start doing adulting stuff. I've got to do groceries today. I've got to clean big time. I've got to do laundry. But I think I'm going to finish this book, and that way I can let you guys know what I thought about it. I finished Remarkably Bright Creatures. Yes, I'm so happy that I read this book. It was such a good, feel-good read. I absolutely loved the character growth and development. This is definitely a book about the characters and with a side of mystery. And I absolutely love that. You never really fully find out what happened to Tova's son, but you're able to come up with your own conclusions. And I really love that as well. Usually I like everything wrapped up in a bow, but I kind of like that this was, oh, wait. No, that's not a water toy, baby. Come here. Can you please give that to mommy? Thank you. Thank you. We're playing outside. That's a golf club set. We're not going to put that in the water. Thank you.
What's that?
That's to hold the golf clubs.
I'm going to put it in there.
No, we're not putting it in the water. We're not putting it in the water, Alexander. No. What did mommy just say? It's not for the water. You have water toys. Go play with your water toys, please.
What's that?
You can rinse off your bucket that's full of sand if you want.
What's that?
That's your sunscreen.
That's your sunscreen. That's your sunscreen.
Yeah.
That's your stone screen.
Mm-hmm.
Because we have to put on so many. Because we have to put on some sunscreen because it feels better.
It does. Make sure that our skin doesn't get burned. You want to go play with your toys so that way Mommy can finish this video?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So anyway, absolutely love this book. I think I'm going to give it a 4.5 stars. I can see myself rereading this, but it doesn't give me a 5-star feeling. I'm not obsessed with it, but I really, really enjoyed my time reading it, if that makes any sense. And yeah, I'm so glad that I read this. If you like books that are more character-based, if you like books that have very quirky main characters, multiple points of view, I think this would be a good book for you. I'm glad I got to read it. I'm glad that I got to take you guys on my adventure to Florida where we went to the beach. And I didn't show you the new baby because it's not my place. But she's precious and I'm so glad that I got to meet her. Alexander had a great time and so did I. And I even got a book read. So, I mean, I pretty much read this in the vacation because I started it when we left and I finished it the day after we got back. So, not bad. Not bad at all. Thank you guys so much for coming with me on this adventure, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.